Episode 1 to the H.E.J Man of God channel. It is currently 2:05 in the morning, and I'm finally starting the long-awaited channel that the guys, everybody's been asking me about. Honestly, I've been feeling like I've had a calling to do this. Like it's my purpose. Last couple months, I've really been finding myself on a physical, spiritual, and emotional level, a mental level. I'm a student athlete, college student athlete. I play football at a collegiate level, and honestly, every day, man, it's just a battle. But I remember when I first got here, I was trying to figure out, like, what am I really here for? Like, I know I'm here for something larger than football. I know I'm here for something larger than that, and I was trying to figure out, like, what it really meant to live for myself, coming from, like, the household I was in, and just stuff like that. Like, really just wanted to, like, kind of venture out, find out for myself. So, okay, I'm here now. I'm gonna start the channel. I'm excited. It's gonna be a long journey of just recording my individual growth, but hopefully, helping somebody along the way. Because, this life that we live is really all about serving. We're here to serve each other. I feel like when we talk about God, when we talk about Yahweh, the Most High, our relationship, because that's what it is, a relationship. We want to serve. When I came here freshman, honestly, I didn't have the big head. I came here on some humble timing because, like, I didn't earn nothing. No one knew me. No one knew who my name was. It was like, I was just a regular freshman. I'm still a freshman now, but things have changed. And when I came here, I told myself I was going to serve. I was going to serve faithfully, and that's what I'm doing. Honestly, I've been meditating, I've been praying on starting this channel, but I did it, and now I'm here, I'm doing it, and with doing this, it is now a new standard that I have to hold myself to, because people look up to me. People look at my life, and they judge, whether they judge for the good or judge for the bad. There's a standard that I know how I hold myself to, and I'm just here to serve, man. I'm just here. I'm just a voice in the wilderness telling people about a man who's going to come very soon. I come from Brunswick, the Wick, a little town in Georgia, and honestly, just leaving that city is one of the best things I've ever done. Cities filled with violence right now. There's a lot of bad things going on. It's just sad, because things could be different. And, hopefully hopefully one day there's a day that, like, I can change that, you know what I'm saying? But you got to start somewhere. And hopefully just the little things, I've been feeling like I've had a calling, and today I'm talking about a calling, you know what I'm saying? For the longest, I've been here, and I've been just trying to tell people about God. I'm trying to tell them about the Most High, how amazing He is, and the things He do for you, for an individual, And right now, this is me starting this channel is the foundation to this house that I'm trying to build. Honestly, foundation is crucial. When I think of foundation, I think of the story that the Most High tells in Matthew 7. He says, He talks about a wise builder and a foolish builder. He says both wise and the foolish builder will hear my words, but only one will put them into practice. He says the wise man is the man who builds his house on the rock, and when these hard times come and when rain comes, this house will withstand. He says the foolish man is the man that also hears my words, but when the hard time comes, when the high tide comes, his house will not stand. And he also says that the foolish man's house is built on sand. And it makes me think about foundation. You know, foundation is crucial to our walk. And I love that story so much because, like, honestly, like, when you think about it, like, I love the story so much. He tells us, like, no matter what house you have, hard times is going to come. What good is a house that can't withstand rain? And so I find that so impactful because hard times is gonna come no matter what. And honestly, man, like, this survival of the fittest out here. You know, you have to be fit to survive, and you have to be fit to lead. And, you know, and it's taken time for me to get to this point of where I'm at in my life right now. And hopefully I can continue to prosper and tell people about the man who's coming soon. You know, at the end of the day, man, like, you have to figure out what you're living for. You know, we all have a calling, we all have a purpose, and you have to figure out what that means. You know, whatever it is, though, it needs to be larger than yourself. To live for you, to live for yourself, is to is to actually be larger than yourself. It's to live for something larger than you. And that's what our whole walk is here for. You know, I've been learning so much my first year in college, you know, coming from Brunswick, just a city of, like, people trying to be the same. Now coming here, learning what it takes to lead. And honestly, it's uncomfortable, you know, but it just comes with the territory. You know, hopefully, when it's all said and done, man, like, and I'm no longer here, I would have been credible for my time being here. Because, you know, when that time comes and it's all said and done, like, the only thing you can take with you is your name. You know, the riches, your accolades, none of that will matter when it is said and done. And we all know, like, a great name is better than fortune. And a great name lasts longer than any money, than any fortune will. And that's just what it is, you know. We live in a selfish generation, and your heart has to be selfless. And honestly, this all comes back down to foundation. You know, your foundation is key. Right now, we're in the really early steps of building this house of the year 2025, you know, but it all starts with the foundation. You know, a great house, a great building, anything, your relationship with your female or your boyfriend, it all comes down to your foundation. You know, right now we're trying to work out cutting out bad habits. You know, as an athlete, if you had dreams to go to the league and you wanted to be a great athlete, your foundation is key. And that's the same thing with your relationship. And when I say that, it takes a level of commitment. And it's crazy because that's really all that God asks from us is commitment, faithfulness, faith. It kind of goes hand in hand. And so when you think of it, right, commitment. If I'm committed to something, commitment isn't verbal, it's an action. Commitment is the do. So me as a college athlete, for all the athletes, if you're committed to what you do, if you're committed to this game that we play, if you're committed to the sport, you go to your practices, you go to the early morning lifts, you show up to practice, you're watching the film. For the people who want to be great, you do the things outside of that. If you really want to be better at what you're doing, you go to the extra workouts. You're working outside of this, you're watching film, you're watching videos how to get better. You're doing all these things so you can elevate yourself in your sport. And so you're doing all these things because you love the game. You're doing all these things because you're committed to what you do. And even if you never make it to the league, not comparing the league to heaven, but even if you never make it to the league, when it's all said and done and your days is over with, you would want people to look back and say, you know what, this person gave all he had to the sport that he played, and he left it all out, and he showed all he can do. And though you never made it to the league, you would hope that someday someone will deem you credible for the work that you put in and the results you had to show. And so today, man, I'm here to say focus on the things that's important to you. Let them align with the things that you believe in. And at the end of the day, we all have a calling, and that phone is ringing. And it'll be up to you whether you choose to pick up or not. H.E.J, episode 1.